Hi, this is Steve from yourcreativelife.com talking today about readiness. And this video in the readiness series is about, are you ready for new ideas? And essentially, I'm going to talk about 4 ways that writers can get ready for new ideas. And there are 4 things I'm going to explore. The first is, what's bothering you? So many of us are searching, I think, in the wrong places for our ideas, trying to copy the zeitgeist or copy what our friends are doing. And really, I think the best ideas come from within us. So the first question that I would ask myself, and that I do ask myself when I'm working on stuff, is what's bothering me? What am I obsessed with? What can't I get out of my head? And it might be something as simple as, what I'm having for breakfast, or being in a rut about food, or it might be about as large as world peace or war or the treatment of animals or any of those things. And what I find is, if I go directly into that particular space of what's bothering me, I can unearth some new idea for my writing and my writing life. The other thing related is, what are you dreaming about? What's literally coming out of your dreams? If you keep a dream journal, a notebook by your bed, and when you wake up, begin to jot down what you were dreaming about, chances are your subconscious is delivering to you some pretty interesting stuff. And whether you can sift through all of that to make some sort of theme, some idea, some script is really up to you. But I do think there's some fertile information in your dreams, and that dreams are a fantastic place to come up with the next thing that you're going to write, whether it's a pilot or a screenplay or a novel or a short story or a play. Some stuff out of your dreams could really ignite your ideas going forward. The third is, what are you reading? And in particular, if you're reading the news, you might be inspired by the news. If you're reading novels, but in that space, not to talk about copying, it's really about what's the kernel, the corner, the section of what you're reading, even if it's a national or international idea, that is most appealing to you, and what's your spin on that idea. So not to just go for what happens to be in the news because it's popular, but to go for this particular corner of it. This particular question about this particular thing is really stuck in me, and I am really interested in finding out how I can turn that into some dramatic space in my writing. The last thing of these 4 is, what are you watching? And again, this might be that you're watching TV, but it might be that you're watching films or documentaries or cartoons or any number of things, music videos. And in that space, again, the corner of what you're particularly interested in, not necessarily the zeitgeist or what's most popular, is and can be your key to new ideas about what to write next. And so I would really explore with you, or support you in exploring for yourself. If you're watching K-pop videos, but you're obsessed with the drummers, or you're obsessed with the soundtrack, or you're obsessed with the choreography, then those spaces might be spaces that you might follow down to come up with a particular dramatic idea that might ignite your next writing project. Check out everything that there is, soup to nuts, that I have to offer on yourcreativelife.com. Check out all information about coaching. There's a newsletter that comes out every month that you can sign up for. And of course, there's the Beyond the Script podcast. And here on this YouTube channel, you should subscribe, because I bring out brand new videos about the writing life every single week. And for your benefit and for the abundance that's inherent in your creative life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.